Shalom and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This is entitled Should a SEPHARDIC Cohain who blesses Beracha Kohanim multiple times in a day, should he make a bracha each time? You say, what do you mean should a SEPHARDIC? Why are you questioning a SEPHARDIC Cohain? Very simple. We've learned the previous two shirim on Kohanim doing Beracha Kohanim several times a day, that each time is a Ma'aseh mitzvah. Each time is a Ma'aseh mitzvah. And even though they don't have a chiyuv, it's like Tefilla I put on, and tzitzit I put on each time. So wait a second. There's one question over here. Do we say this is similar to another case of an optional mitzvah where a person does a mitzvah, they don't have to. It's a Ma'aseh mitzvah. And then once it's a Ma'aseh mitzvah, make a bracha. Do we say like a woman shakes a lulav? She makes a bracha. A woman sits in a sukkah makes a bracha. A woman blows shofar makes a bracha. Do we say that's the same thing? Here too, a Kohen makes a bracha because he's choosing to do another Beracha Kohanim. Not so simple. Because most Sfardim hold like the Rambam that a woman does not make a bracha an optional mitzvah. When she does lulav and sukkah, she does not make a bracha because she doesn't have a chiyuv at that moment. So if that's the case, maybe a Sephardic Cohen who chooses to do Beracha Kohanim an additional time is the same as a woman who chooses to do lulav. So in the Yalkut Yosef, in the footnote Chet, he does bring up this idea of the woman making a bracha, and he says, no, it's not the same. He doesn't really elaborate why it's not the same, but maybe we could say the following. Maybe we could say that when a Kohen does the optional mitzvah, it's not like a woman doing the optional mitzvah. Why? In theory, this is optional, that's optional. It's true. The Kohen is totally in the parsha of Beracha Kohanim. He has the Doraisa level, he has the chiyuv to do it once a day. A Drabanan, according to Minhas China, has to do it each time, each subsequent time he has a chiyuv in the davening, like Musaf and Nila. And then there's also Ma'aseh mitzvah, it's an optional one. But he is in the misgeret of making a bracha on Beracha Kohanim. So then he goes ahead. He has a biblical time, he does it, the rabbinic time, and then he has the optional time. But he's in the parsha of my Beracha mitzvah on this. The halacha clearly, Chazal clearly instituted him to make a bracha on Beracha Kohanim. So was instituted him to make a bracha on Beracha Kohanim on the Doraita and Rabbanim level, so too on the optional level. But a woman, it was never set up for her to make a bracha according to the Rambam. And therefore, the bracha was set up for men. It wasn't set up for this category of someone who just does it optionally, and therefore she does make a bracha. So that's why Rav Yitzchak Yosef and Yaakov Yosef concludes that SEPHARDIC Cohanim do make a bracha every single time. They do Beracha Kohanim, just like the Ashkenazim, and that is the minhag. We don't say Safek Bros Lahakil because the minhag is like the Maramitzvah, Maganav from all the other poskim, not like the Lavush, and B'makom Minag, once it's a Minag, we don't say Safek Brachos Lahakel. So that explains why two things. A, how do Sephardim differentiate between a woman making a bracha, not making a bracha, abstaining for a bracha, and a Kohen making a bracha? And how do they explain the fact that, what about Safek Brachos, the Lavush? The answer is, the chiluk we made, that the Kohen is endowed with the mitzvah to make a bracha in all three cases. And two, once there's a minhag a certain way, we don't say Safek Brachos Lahakel. Shalom.